Well, this is your video walkthrough on your 2025 Viking 25 QBH. We'll get started right up front here. So you got the 40-pound tanks on this thing. Both these tanks are full. The arrow here is facing this tank to the right. That's the one that's pulling off of. When the green turns red, it's letting you know it's out. Spin that lever over to that side, back to the left side. Open that tank up, you're back up and running. All right, then battery, got a new battery on this thing. Storage on this side here. It goes all the way through to the other side. All right, this spot here is going to be fresh tank fill. Anytime you go boondocking somewhere off-grid camping, fill that tank up before you leave home. Should be around 40, 50 gallons fresh water. Campgrounds, when you get there, always hook into the bottom one here, and I do recommend a pressure regulator. And just save you water lines. All right, the white hose hanging there to the left. That's going to be your low point drain for your fresh tank. All right. And you got your galley tank here. This one's going to be a kitchen sink only. This here is going to be your furnace exhaust. Keep in mind that thing gets very hot. When you're cooking on the stove, you got a range vent here. Pop the flap open. It'll duct the heat outside. When you're not cooking, close it and keep your cool air in. Power cord comes with the camper, and it's around 25-30 feet long. Cable or satellite, whichever one you choose to hook in, that's what you get. Now, sewer hookup. So your left side over here is going to be your gray tank, which is sinks and showers. And then this one here is going to be your black tank, which is commode only. At the campgrounds, always dump your black tank first, then do your gray tank. It'll help wash your hose out. And you do got 4 stabilizer jacks on this thing. Now these are meant for stabilizing, not lifting the camper. Water heater here. So you got your pressure relief valve there. And then all the other switches are inside to turn it on and off. And then you got your anode rod here, so in the wintertime, release your pressure, then screw your anode rod out. And the keys are in there as well. Alright, spare tire on the back here. Up top, it's pre-wired for a backup camera. It's total plug-and-play system. You don't have to tap no wires at all. You got a leash link here. You got pets. And this is just storage. Got a 110 outlet here. You got something you want to plug up outside, you can. And then this is just the other side of the storage on the front. Then we got your solar charger here. So this is just going to trickle charge the battery. It don't come with it. You have to purchase the panel separately. Just plug it in, set your panel out in the sun, and it'll maintain the battery for you when you're not using the camper. Alright, let's check the inside out. Main controls are going to be right here at the door. So each one of these little buttons activate the meter. Right's full, left is empty. So your batteries are full. Fresh tank is empty. Black tank, which is commode only, is empty. Gray 1, and then gray 2. Water pump. If you're ever in a campground or in a boondocking, somewhere's off-grid camping, turn your water pump on. That's what's going to pressurize the whole camper out of your fresh tank. And ceiling lights, just turn your ceiling lights on and off. The bottom switch here on the right is going to be your awning. So up is extend. and down is retract. This switch here is going to be your water heater. Down is on, up is off. If the red light's lit up, then it's just letting you know that it's not fired up yet. Now, AC controls are right on the air conditioner. Both of them are the same. So in the cool here, this is going to be for cool. This side's fan, and then you got high, medium, and low, and high, medium, and low fan. And then the thicker the line, the colder it is. The thinner the line, the warmer. Furnace. So that's your temp setting there. Set whatever temp you want. And then to kick on, when you click it all the way to the left, it's off. GFI receptacle here. So anytime if any other receptacle's not working, check that one first. And you got your hot water. And the cold water. Now to fire the stove up, turn to the flame, push in on it. Same way for the back burner. Turn to the flame, push in on it. This one here is just a light. So when you turn the burners on, it's going to turn red to let you know that it's on. And anytime they're off, it'll be blue if that switch is on. Anytime you travel, always keep that locked down. You do have a light, and then your exhaust fan there. Microwave's pretty much a regular household style microwave, nothing real fancy about that one. Refrigerator controls for this right here. Anytime you go off grid camping, turn it to off grid. It just backs the power down a little bit. At the pantry. Washer and dryer hookup is in there also. Back here, you got your breaker box and fuse panel here. Now everything is labeled, what does what. Cool thing about the 12 volt side here is if any one of those fuses pop, there's going to be a little red light to light up beside it exactly which fuse pops. Takes all the guesswork out of it. And then got your carbon monoxide and LP gas leak detector. That thing's tied into the system, so you don't have to worry about batteries. USB ports on top. Push button lights. USB ports. Hot water, cold water. You got a GFI for the bathroom. On the commode, halfway down on the pedal to the right, it's going to be just water. Fill up the bowl, and when you get ready to flush, all the way down to flush. And it does have the soft close lids on them. And shower, hot water, and cold water. You do have an exhaust fan up top here. So the switch just turns the fan on, and then you just spin the lid open. Light switch for the bathroom. The bunk area has its own little push button lights. Table comes down to a bed. Let me just work it up off the legs, and then the table rests on these ledges here. And then once the table top's down, you just put the back two cushions over the table, and that forms the bed. Storage up under the master bed. And then push button light up here as well. You do have USB ports and 110 outlets. in the bedroom area. A lot of storage up top there. Alright guys, that's going to be about it. We'll be quiet and we'll walk around and let you guys check it out. Alright, this is going to conclude your walkthrough on your 2025 Viking 25 QBH. Hope you guys enjoy.